Hills Show. It's time to play the Minecraft. It's time to spam the lights. It's time to speak with Joe Hills on the Joe Hill Show tonight. It's time to put on tank tops. It's time to key outright. It's time to expand Joe Hills on the Joe Hill Show tonight. Why do we always watch this? I guess we'll never know. There's 3 whole chats going where folks will watch the show. But now let's get things started. Why don't you get things started? It's time to get things started on the most Joe Hillsable. This is fillerable. I didn't write the lyrics for this partable. This is what we call the Joe Hills Show.
Who's the guy who can conquer death? That's Joe Hills. He plays for Nashville when he plays Minecraft. That's Joe Hills. That's Joe Hills.
Bring on the creepers, bring on the flames. Here comes the legend, the bravest of brave. Fiercer than lions, more southern than you. He's conquered our hearts, and he'll conquer hell too. Joe Hills. I'm headed down to somewhere, got my pickaxe in my hand. Yes, I'm headed down to somewhere, got my pickaxe in my hand. I'm headed down to somewhere, God knows where I am.
One evening as the sun went down and our cooking coals were glowing, down the path came a party hiking, and they said, folks, we're all going. We're yearning for a portal far away in a tavern full of shouting. So join us, friends, and let's descend deep into Under Mountain, deep into Under Mountain. There run dungeons hot and cold, where the monsters surge and pushes, and the youngest runes are old, where the mimics all lie waiting, and the goblin werebats roost, all the wisps and wasps and the mezzo-lost, the hidden pit where we'll all plummet deep into Under Mountain, deep into Under Mountain. All our blades will sing like choirs as our arrows strike like drum beats, and our green flame pops and pyres. Our barbarian will stomp a brood as the rogues dance shadow play. Oh, we're sworn to go at a great tempo. We'll chant our spells as we now delve deep into Under Mountain, deep into Under Mountain. You'll always find new gear, and your old mundane accoutrement can be handed down, don't fear. The magic items you'll attune and the artifacts you'll find. There's armor with gems and weird potions and a propeller hat that lets you ascend deep into Under Mountain, deep into Under Mountain. The mad wizard stood gates so folks can open portals. He left clues to activate. He has a thing for puzzles, and he likes to throw his voice. We're going to delve to where he dwells, to the lowest tower, to seek his power deep into Under Mountain. I'll see you there, the lowest lair, deep into Under Mountain. It's absurdity in our PG form. Tycho Brahe's behind creased cardboard, but you don't pull up chairs for humor, do you? You shouldn't miss this guy Caprice. He shakes the stone as Light Eldridge, compelling you, the viewers, to hit the merch store. 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 Walnut's Grove is gone, which sucks for a druid. Plus mail is strong, but nuts wise into it. Sigils on the cave wall stabbed like daggers. She took wolf form and she howled aloud. She bit at Caprice and she snapped her snout. And by her instincts led you to the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Rosie, she's shopped there before. All her grandkids get gifts from the store. Little halflings with their kingpins playing footloose. I've seen them picnic beneath the stars, wearing their bright dark magic scarves. It's a one-stop shop for birthdays at the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store.
Denard's a paladin, dragonborn, who treats everybody else with scorn. But you know that they all deserve it, don't you? He gains entitlement from bits, or so Jerry claims, so I guess it fits. And they both expect you all to hit the merch store.
Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Maybe there are gods beyond whose tendrils shift their waking pawns, but Jerry kinda seems like he has got this. Except the times when the phones light up and ideas arise, then outright erupt, and Jerry's gone, volcanic curse and Rothfuss. What now, Rothfuss? Come on, Rothfuss. Ignore Rothfuss. Gosh darn Rothfuss. Dang it, Rothfuss. My game, Rothfuss. Go home, Rothfuss.
Shut up,
Rothfuss. Flippin' Rothfuss. Let's not do this. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storm's blowing stronger. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Goodness, how did it get so late? Lay your head down and dream. 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 Just let your mind flow downstream.
sprawled out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. Joe Hills is filmed before a live streaming audience.
It me! Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm down here in Slot 8 tonight. Thank you so much to our first 2 donors of the evening. We have received $5 from Adam Arts and $2 from Barrett Ludwig. So thank you very much for those contributions. We have logged those on our donation abacus. If you've never seen a Joe Hill stream before, the face camera grows every time we hit a fundraising milestone. We are $13 away from the next milestone currently. Okay, so also, if you've never seen a Joe Hill stream before, one of the things we do, in addition to cow, I don't have like wheat or something. Look, back off. I'm trying to do an intro here. All of you, back off. Okay, so one of the things we do is we record the show live on YouTube while we stream on YouTube. So we're going to hit start recording. We're going to do a little marker here. Hermitcraft Season 7, Episode 4, Segment Alpha, Take 2. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. I am recording this looking over or overlooking my new vineyard. Now, you might say, Joe, what inspired you to plant a vineyard here? Well, I had the idea a while ago because they added berries to the game. And then when YouTube was like, hey, you can't make stuff that's only for kids. And I'm like, let me ferment rebellion against you, YouTube. Look at this. I'm going to build a facility to turn all of this into spirits. You cannot cripple my spirit. Didn't mean to hit F3. That was also a mistake. YouTube makes mistakes. I make mistakes. It's all... The world is complicated. But that is why we need to be resilient as a community. Because alone, we can't always do things right. Alone, we can CH toggle this. Because this is... I don't need this text here. Okay, yeah, that was helpful. There we go. Coordinates HUD toggled off. So now that the coordinates HUD is toggled off, and we realize that B-dubs is not online, I need to make a mad dash through these berries back to my base to get in bed. B-double-O is still online. Well, thank you, B-dubs, for that small blessing. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about this episode, and I alluded this at... no, we're gonna cut, and we're gonna resume that. We had a good start there. Should we do a whole take it from the top? Take. Yeah, let's take it from the top. I didn't like the HUD being there. Who says wine is not for kids? The federal government. We'll get to that, Brian. Don't worry. Okay. HUD off. Hermitcraft Season 7, Episode 4, Segment Alpha, Take 2. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. As you can tell, I have cleared out this forest that I had previously filled with cows, and oops, it is now filled with all berries. Now, you might say, Joe, what would inspire such, oh, no. I feel like making a venereal joke is too far, so we're not going to do that. Hermitcraft Season 7, Episode 4, Segment Alpha, Take 4. First we're going to ban this guy because he's being obnoxious. Howdy, y'all. Whoa, what happened there? That was just like I was 15. Take 5. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and we are just gently overlooking this beautiful vineyard that I have placed in place of those cows. We had cows for days, to the point that Mr. Assumevoid was like, hey, is somebody pulling a prank or is the server broken? And I'm like, no, they're just my cows. Don't worry, I'll replace them with too much of something else. And in their place, I have indeed planted many, many berries. I'm hoping to construct a vineyard here because YouTube made a big point that videos need to be like family friendly but not targeted toward kids. And so I'm going to ferment rebellion toward that policy by creating a place to ferment these berries into wine. You know, families serve wine at dinner all the time. Totally family friendly, but not targeted for children. You try to sell a child a bottle of wine in this country, whoa, you're going to have trubs. That's short for trouble. But you know what? That's not the only trouble that we need to talk about this episode. You know, Tennessee was just hit by a very severe storm. Nashville and Putnam County in particular. Putnam County, a lot of loss of life, a lot of devastation there. Same thing for Davidson County. And, you know, we all deal with that sort of stuff in our own ways. I am an entertainer, and I try to deal with things in an entertaining way, whether that's necessarily the best way or not. That is my tool. When the only tool you have is being obnoxious and goofy, every problem looks like a Goofy movie 2, how do we deal with this natural disaster? Now, realistically, one way to deal with this is to go directly to the YouTube comment section below. There are links there to the Community Fund of Middle Tennessee's, or the Community Trust of Middle Tennessee. No. I'm going to... CFMT. Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee. To be direct, the most direct way to immediately deal with this tragedy is to go to the YouTube comment section. To be direct, the most direct way to immediately address this tragedy is to go to the description below and click on the link to the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee's Emergency Response Fund. Y'all can donate there if you would like to give money to the folks who are helping rebuild and rehouse and things like that. Also, if you are in the Middle Tennessee area, Hands On Nashville is coordinating the on-the-ground volunteer efforts, and I hope that you will visit their website as well. I've also got a link to some photographs I took of some of the damage near 3rd and Jefferson Street the other day, the morning immediately following the tornado. If you're like, oh, I saw this on the news, but I don't know if it's real, I walked around it. It's real. I took pictures myself. Every picture that I linked in that Twitter is a picture that I took of something I visually saw. So this is a real thing. And we're going to take it seriously, but at the same time, I'm an entertainer. And so I want to talk to you in an entertaining manner about some of my reflections on this. And I'm endeavoring to do so in good taste. If you feel like I have failed at that, you have every right to believe that, because I'm not a perfect person. Realistically, though, I've had a few days to think about how I want to approach this, and I am going to genuinely try. And I apologize to anyone that I'm letting down. But one of the things I've been thinking about is how a lot of folks were already refreshing their emergency preparedness kits because of the threat of the coronavirus coming over from China and things like that. And so people who might not have necessarily had as much food or water on hand happened to. And, well, that's fortunate. We can all go ahead and set up an emergency preparedness kit at any time. And I'm going to focus this episode on encouraging folks to do that. Because when you think about what your community needs in the case of a natural disaster, you never know if you're going to get hit or your neighbor's going to get hit or somebody a mile down the road is going to get hit. But for all you know, the grocery stores are destroyed, and having a diversified kind of geographical storage location for all the necessities can make a big difference, So, like, Ready.gov, if you're American or whatever your local equivalent would be, will have like online checklists for what sorts of emergency supplies you need, Now, most people, they might have a gallon jug of water per person per day, So we got 3 of those right here. You might have a flashlight. You might have some extra cash on hand just in case you can't get to the ATM. But what else does the United States government recommend that you have on hand? Well, first we're going to empty our inventory. Never mind. First we're going to create a chest to empty our inventory into because, okay, here's the thing about planning is a lot of people talk a good game about planning. That is literally the intent of my episode, is to talk a good game about planning. But I have already failed to prepare an emergency preparedness kit because my inventory is full of garbage, and that is genuinely unhelpful. So we're just going to put these here and then dump all of this nonsense into that. And then we're going to keep doing what we intended to do. You see, a delay like that in the middle of a YouTube episode is a minor annoyance. But in real life, not knowing where things are, not having them organized properly, that could actually, be a long-term real problem. So anyway, I have prepared some of the other things that the government suggests that you have. Like you should have a map of the local area. What if GPS is down? What if the cell phone stuff is down? You might need to coordinate with people, and having a map of your local area can be handy. Other stuff you should have a variety of different food, Now, this doesn't mean go out to Costco and buy like 8 trays of baked beans. You want to buy a variety of foods because if you're going to be eating out of the same pantry for 3 weeks, which, worst case, you shouldn't need that. But you should have a several day to a week and a half to 2 week supply of non-perishable food, depending on what kind of your threat model is. Places where they have earthquakes is going to be different from places that have tornadoes. It's going to be different from places that are looking at blizzards or flooding. But, if you're buying dehydrated foods, you don't want to eat the same ones every day. So get some blueberries, get some apples. In this case, we got some beef jerky. We got some different kinds of apples. In real life, you could do better. But that's a start, You want to make sure you have a first aid kit, And that's not just bandages. That's cold compresses, a variety of medications, all the medications that you're going to need. You're going to want those. Disposable dishes. That is one. Oh, also, while we're talking about food, pretzel sticks, salty. You want to have things that have salt in because you're going to need electrolytes, which is also why you need water. Make sure you don't run out of water. But anyway, disposable dishes. This is not the sort of thing that I would normally use because I try to be environmentally friendly. But in a natural disaster or any situation where water supplies are limited, it's more eco-friendly in some ways to not waste water washing dishes. It's better to just throw those away in the short term because you don't want to waste your good water and you don't want to risk people getting sick using the same dishes over and over again. Other things. You need some waterproof matches and possibly a backup alternate fire starter if that's a lighter or something like that. If you have a grill outside, you want to make sure you have fuel for your grill, propane, coal, that sort of thing. Or if you have fireplace, logs as well for that. Now, if you can get a rechargeable battery for your phone, something that you can charge your phone off of, that's great. Now, one thing I want to talk about here is like with those batteries and those grills and stuff, even if there is never a natural disaster, just having some extra stuff on hand can come in handy. Having extra fuel, okay, well, that just means the first time you want to grill out this summer, you don't have to go to the store right away. The battery could be just as good for charging your phone when you go to the zoo and you're out all day taking videos and stuff. Those videos, they wear the battery down, Oh, hey, here's some boxes of spaghetti. Fun fact, if your family is gluten-free, I've got at least one family member who cannot consume gluten, but to protect his identity, I will not say his relation to me. Although my daughter has not enjoyed trying all the variety of gluten-free foods we've been experimenting with the exception of, they have a rice-based mac and cheese we tried tonight, and that turned out really well. Because it's basically just cheesy rice, and who doesn't like cheesy rice? But anyway, you can get bean-based spaghetti, and a bunch of other fancy stuff. Let's see. Oh, you also don't want kids getting bored, or even adults getting bored, because you will slowly go insane. So a deck of cards is a clear, good idea. Stuff to write with. People, sometimes journaling can be therapeutic in the aftermath of a storm or a disaster. Oh, and then also, you want to have a few books around, especially if you have kids. You might want to have an unpopular novel, a popular novel, tabletop role-playing game book like Pitfalls and Penguins, which you can download for free from Gumroad. I wrote it. It was good. Or also, not even just also, have a first aid handbook because, if the hospitals or medical people are dealing with, like, people who are in immediate need, you don't want to be in a situation where you're adding a burden to the system, The more you can be self-sustainable, the more you can help your neighborhood and your immediate friend group be self-sustainable, the less of a burden there is for the folks who aren't ready, the folks who were not as fortunate, who had their supplies ruined, You always want to be on top of this stuff as much as you can. Now, this isn't everything that the government recommends would go in here, in your emergency preparedness kit. In fact, I have a whole list of more things that need to go in here, like, some way to play music. That would be smart, So we can actually go take this record player here. Well, it's not a record player yet. Give me a second. Now, in the real world, you would want to have previously purchased a record player, because unlike in Minecraft, constructing one on the fly is a little bit dicey. And we only have the one album here. I would recommend having more than one album for your actual record player. But that's fine. We're just going to toss that in there. We have an overflow barrel for when this first one's full. Now, I wanted to have... wait. If I destroy that, that's going to destroy the sign above. So we're just going to remove that. Ooh, solar panel for charging things is also a good one. We should maybe get some quartz. This is another one that you cannot just make on the fly in the real world. But here in Minecraft, we are limited only by our poor inventory management. Who's the guy who will look for quartz? That's Joe Hills. To make solar panels. He's gonna Google it real quick. Solar panel Minecraft recipe. No, I want it's called a daylight detector, actually. No, I don't want to accept your cookies. So I need 3 glass and 3 slabs. We're gonna cut this out a little bit. We're gonna cut this out a little bit. We're gonna cut this down, cut it out. Boom, 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 ba-doom, ba-doom, boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, boom, ba-doom. We need to make the slabs first. Then make the solar panel daylight detector. 'Cause this is the worst. Now, of course, having a rechargeable battery to charge your phone off of is great while it lasts. But if you have access to a solar panel, well, hey, that's cool. And you might say, well, Joe, when am I going to use a solar panel if I'm not, like, in the middle of an emergency? That seems kind of wasteful. Well, what if you go hiking for a few days and you want to be able to charge your phone or things like that? Picking up camping gear is a great way to augment your emergency preparedness kit. And for me, I'm always like, oh, I want to go hiking or I want to go camping, but I don't know if I have time for it. Well, you know what? If you're properly rotating out all these dehydrated foods, you're going to be like, oh no, I've got all this dehydrated food that's going to go bad. Well, I guess now I have to go camping, so I have an excuse to eat all of it. Well, I guess I'll bring my solar panel too, and they're like, oh, you got to bring extra blankets and extra this and extra that. It's like, oh, well, I guess my extra sleeping bag I bought for camping I get to use, that's cool. Extra beds is actually up there. If we want extra beds, we need to go find, there's a bunch of sheep somewhere that we need to address. Now, we also, this episode, probably need to get a little bit of potions for this first aid kit. Realistically, the only way to get good potions is to get good blaze rods. And you might say, Joe, as somebody with literally no armor, are you sure that's what you want to do right now? No. Let me quickly gather some iron. That's not really gathering iron. There we go. I have the iron. The iron countdown. Making armor. For Joe Hills, it seems, is a hassle. In his dreams, do 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 do. La da 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 da. Da 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 da. The iron's out now. Okay, so if we're going to the nether, objectively, which of these tools can we leave behind? This one and this one are my favorites. We're also going to leave that one. We're going to bring this. We're going to bring one sword. Actually, let's bring that sword. Numa head, numa head. Somebody told me my inventory's bad. I was very sad. Very, very, very sad. Okay, so then we'll make boots and a helmet real quick. It's not almost 11 p.m. I'm on Central Time. You're wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. You're wrong and out of this song. My name is Joe Hills and I tried to make a helmet that was wide for my head, my head, my head. My head, it's out of this world. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Okay. So in order to really fill out our first aid kit, though, we do need to have, things like rubbing alcohol and other medicines that might not be encompassed by the leather bandages we've already expressed in here. So I figure we're going to go ahead and get blaze rods to create our first potion bench and, brew and stand it up in here to properly fill out that first aid kit. Then we'll grab the rest of the things we need. So away we go. Time skip. So we're going to stop recording, and then we got some donations we need to acknowledge. Face camera back on. It me. Your boy. Oh no, where's my green pane? So we're going to scroll up here. That donation might have gone off the top. So we're going to open up the live dashboard that YouTube provides me so that we can properly thank people. Okay, so Eric Davis donated $15 and did not leave a note. Mark the Nerd donated $2 and said, Joe, are you okay with all the tornadoes? My family and I are safe. So that is going to bring us... We have hit our first face camera expansion, so if you direct your attention down here to slot 8. Howdy, y'all. Grow Hills here, expanding as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. We're going to flip our green pane over here so we can show off our chroma key tank top. And then, wait, did B-Dubs just leave the game? No, he's here. Okay. We're fine. Where's my boat? Do I have a boat to get over there? It's fine. We're just going to go to the nether. I know now, for a fact, that there's a nether portal with, like, blaze spawners and stuff. So we're going to go. Ooh, flower pots as disposable cups is a great suggestion. Okay. We're not getting there fast enough. Thank you, B-Dubs. B to the D to the double O. 100. Underline it twice so. This is the hills of Joe. Swim Joe Swim says Tenny Eris. Rooter says B-Dubs is here. Fireworks, rockets as flares is a great suggestion. They're more of a roadside emergency kit. Hey, we just got a new download of Pitfalls and Penguins, the open gaming licensed RPG. So thank you, whoever downloaded that for free. It doesn't count as a donation, but I'm just glad people are using it. Okay. Okay. La da 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 la da 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 do 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 la da 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 do. Michael Ward says, "Hey Joe, I looked at Pitfalls and Penguins and it was beautiful. Thank you. We spent years on it." Ooh. My name is Joe Hills and I came to slay all of the blazes in this here let's play. Where are they hiding? Where do they rest? They might think they are so sneaky, those pests, but my sword will be brought to a place that is fraught with their corpses. We should start recording. Face camera off. Start recording. Marker. Sound speed. Hermitcraft Season 7, Episode 4, Segment Bravo, Take 1. This nether fortress here, I believe, has at least one spawner that blazes appear in. So what we want to do is just go hit them with swords. Now, some might say, Joe, this sounds like a terrible fortress, but really, I think it's what you make of it, you know? There we go. That is literally all we needed. We now have enough to make 2 Bruin stands. And we're going to have a bunch of blazes shoot at us on this bridge while we run away. So, let's run away. Run with me. Let's run away. I'll be Joe Hills. You'll get your thrills across the lava bay. There's a portal that is calling across glass panes, they say. Come run with me, come run, time skip away. And then we'll cut there. We have walked through the fire. Stop recording, face cam on. Hey, Lord Garlic Butter, thank you for the $5 donation, who writes, I don't know how you would portray it in game, but crayons can be used as emergency candles. Well, that's good to know. Okay. We will walk through the nether. Blazes, they never burn. We will walk through the nether. My heart yearns. I touch the fire and it freezes me. I look into it and it's black. Why can't I feel? My skin should crack and peel. I want the fire back. She came from the grave, much graver. First he'll kill her, then I'll save her. Everything is turning out so dark. Do I have a tightrope bridge in the nether? No, it's glass. It's even more precarious, because glass is not easily shattered. Oh, wait. Yeah, it is. That's what it is. Corrales tried to cross my bridge? Is that in his episode? Does Corrales try to cross my bridge in his episode? Does he die? Oh gosh. I gotta see that now. I'm gonna need blaze powder to power the potion stance. Thank you, Angela Frogman. Well, I can turn one of these into blaze powder, and then I'll keep the other one as just a blaze rod. And that just gives me a... Oh, that's funny. Okay. Badger's evil twin writes, right, he was like, hey, and then Badger didn't actually say what Corrales said next. Oh, wait, now they have. Who built this? I don't know what Badger's evil twin actually sounds like. I've only ever heard Badger's voice. but I'm assuming it's something like, "Who built this?" That's Badger's evil twin, who I don't know what she sounds like, doing a Corrales impression. But yeah, so we all need to go watch this Corrales episode later, apparently. I love Corrales too. He's a great guy. Paddle D just says, I bought the high-res for $1 of PMP. Oh, thank you. Whoa, and we got a $5 digital download as well. I guess I should count those toward my donations. So we are now at $16. Technically, that goes into keeping the Pitfalls and Penguins website running, which I've been paying for, but I haven't checked if the site is still up lately. Because I'm not doing a good job as a sysadmin. Oh, that website is actually still up. Yeah, you can learn more at pitfallsandpenguins.com. Which I haven't updated in like 4 or 5 years. 5 years. Copyright 2015. But we've got images there of the gelatinous shot, the inaccurately wrapped mummy, the ghost raptor. This ghost raptor is one of my favorite illustrations. Wow. Cheap in event generator. When did we write this? Staying at a poor quality inn? Roll a d20 to see what happens during your stay. Okay, so let's get our dice case out here and let's roll a d20 and see what happens when we stay at the low quality inn. Okay, we rolled a 6. Naked drunk man in the bathtub. Hey, Ellie Shoots just donated $2 who says, "Hey Joe, watched your stream last night too." Well, thank you. That brings us to 17 out of 20 toward our next face camera expansion. Let's roll again. We stayed at a cheap hotel in the game. 1. That would be a meth lab explosion in your adjacent room. Okay. 15. Creepy stoned pizza guy really wants to touch your hair. See, there's just so much you can do in a role-playing game. You can make up anything you want. Rose Tunnicliffe says, as a DM, this is exciting. Here's the cheap in generator list. 9. Unsanitary conditions lead to disease zombie outbreak. 20. Toothless manager thinks you are kind of cute. I mean, you can do a lot with this. A d20 is a 20-sided die. I still hear your voice when you roll dice for me. I still think this inn was too cheap. But you rolled an 8 and the toilet overflows. It cannot be stopped. I don't know why. Every time we stay at Cheapin's events, generated by a roll of the dice. I rolled a 3, a murder mystery. The ice machine's out of ice. Do 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 boom 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 ba do 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 boom boom ba da 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 do do do. Okay, that's enough. Okay. Oh yeah, I was like, I should put my dice away. Where will I do that? I guess I will put it in my dice tray, which I can now close with boom. I've got 10 more of these being shipped to my house shortly. This is what happens when I randomly visit websites I built a long time ago. That Blonde Guy 101 just donated $5, so that's going to trigger our next face camera expansion. And they wrote, really looking forward to seeing how the Strait of Joe Gibraltar pans out this season. Thanks for the frequent streams. Always enjoy them immensely. Well, thank you. We are going to expand Joe. It me. Now that we're not recording, we can toss that lime paint back into our offhand here. And we can fashion a... immediately. There's no rest for the kid. Is that song called Cascada? Okay. So there is a Joe Hills playlist. So there was a radio station when I went on this trip on spring break one year in college. We did Habitat for Humanity, and there was a radio station. It would have been a top 20 station, except they only had like clearly they burned the top songs to one CD, and they just had that CD looping, and they would play the entire CD, and then they would do commercials, and they would play the entire CD again. Hey, $5 just came in from CHD Returns, who says, fun fact, honey you buy in grocery stores isn't actually honey, but cornstarch and sugar syrup. That's why it doesn't expire. Actual honey varies by hive. I'm pretty sure actual honey doesn't expire either. Just, I don't know that that's factual. If you guys post things that might not be factual, I'm probably not going to read them, just as a point of order. Hey, you got a $5 donation from Caleb, who says, howdy, Joe. I'm glad you're safe and doing well. So we're going to log that, too. Haven't been watching Hermitcraft since before Demise ended, and Season 7 is making me super happy. Thanks so much for being super amazing. Well, thank you very much, Caleb. Okay. So, what were we going to do next? Oh, yeah. So, anyway, this radio station had it was like a top 12 or top 13 radio station, and they only played whatever the top songs were because they didn't have the technology to do a better job. If I open my music app here, if I go to playlists, what did I call that album? So, do I not have that playlist anymore? No. I made a playlist of those songs that I heard on that one trip over and over again. And it's gone now. Well, now I'm just sad. Ugh, okay. Anyway, that Cascada song was one of the songs. Another one was that one, yeah, did they lack the technology or the will? But yeah, it was like March of, what year was that? Like 2000. Top hits March 2006 maybe? Billboard Hot 100 singles in March 2006. You're beautiful. You're beautiful, it's true. Yeah, that was one of them, I think. So Sick by Neo was definitely one of them. I'm so sick of love songs, so sad and slow. Why can't I turn off my radio? Bum, bum, bum. Okay, apparently I am causing people in the Mixer chat to vomit. They don't want to hear that. Okay, so we have this now. We also need to get glass. I feel like I had extra glass, but I just used it all. Okay, no, here's some. Bloody Moon donated $5. He says, thank you, Joe, for your videos. Thank you for your donation. That is going to bring us to 18 out of 20 toward our next face camera expansion. Where do we want to set this up? Should we set it up where the Rendog head is? That just feels uninspired. We're going to put this here for now. I'm so sick of... So I don't want people to actually think I'm sick of Rendog, but his name does slot into that song so well. Okay. I don't have any nether wart. So, there's also that. Okay. Start recording. Hermitcraft Season 7, Episode 4, Segment Charlie, Take 1. We are back in our ship beneath the sea. We have our brewing stand, our blaze powder, and our water bottles. You'll never guess what I forgot. It's Netherwart. So back to the fortress we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like that song where the angel blows its horn. You know, when the seal is unfurled. You know the one. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Although, really, I want to row, row, row. Where's my boat? Time skip. We're gonna leave the recording going because I'm pretty sure I've got a boat over here somewhere. No, I'm wrong. Yeah, we can remove the green screen. That fortress is void of Netherwart? Really? Well... We have to go to another fortress? So, what I'm hearing is iJevin has some, and Impulse has some. Tango found it quite easy to steal some from Impulse. So, we need to go steal from Tango, is what I'm hearing. Tango, steal your wart from Impulse SV. Tango, steal your... Okay, quick show of hands. Face camera's not on. Dang it, I have my hands up. Who put the hands up? Who here has heard the song Michael Row the Boat Ashore? Because I got in an argument with somebody about whether or not this was a common song. But it's like that, like people sing to their kids. But I grew up with my mom and my grandma singing, Michael row the boat ashore, Alleluia. Michael row the boat ashore, Alleluia. Okay, next question for the chat. Which way to Tango's base? Is he by Impulse? Badger's evil twin had to learn it on the recorder. Space Dorito has no idea what's going on. Kilo Sierra donated $2 who writes, love the bridge show. That is actually going to trigger another face camera expansion, so we're going to stop the recording. Face camera back on, and we're going to expand you. Thank you. Somebody says it was on Family Guy. Really? I didn't know that. Due east of Impulse. Okay. I'm glad I wasn't recording for that. That would have been embarrassing if I had to include it in an episode. Yeah, the chat's freaking out. Epic save. Joe Hill saves. But Babyface Nelson withdraws. Key of D, let me put it simply for you. Joe Hills fell from a bridge. Yes, it's true. You might think that fella's too smart, but those pig men, they took it to heart. They pushed him right straight down. Fresh into that nether ground. You might have felt it abjectly is downward trajectory. Okay, so this is clearly Impulse's one, right? And then Tango's is past it? Way back in the day. Yeah, this is why I put my bridges are all made of glass pane so pigmen don't spawn on them. Is this Tango's portal? No. Or is it? Are we just like way underground? I hear animals. That makes me think we're in somebody's base. People are saying Tango uses Impulse's portal. Was there a sign on the portal? Bifa Beach and Hacienda. Okay. Tango's portal is on the roof of the Nether. Oh yes, my favorite place to be unable to access. Who does that? Who puts their portal on the roof of the Nether? Is this a ladder? No, it's just a pillar. Okay, I think this is Vintage Beef's place. I didn't bring a boat. Okay, does anyone know which way to Tango's base from here? For Impulse. There is netherwort here. It's not fully grown. Okay, this is Impulse's base? Okay. How are we for time? We have time. There was time now. Okay, so we need to let this grow is the problem. I don't think this is fully grown yet. I think... Is this fully grown? I think it needs one more stage, doesn't it? It's all fully grown? Okay. Hermitcraft Season 7 segment... No, Season 7 Episode 4 segment Delta Take 1. Unfortunately, the Nether... Take 2. The Nether fortress we visited previously is bereft of any netherwort. As such, we have come here to rob Tango Tech of his netherwort. Now you might say, Joe, this doesn't look like Tango Tech's base. Well, fun fact, Tango Tech has been stealing netherwort from Impulse. So in order to help Impulse out, we're going to take this for safekeeping before Tango Tech can do that. We're just going to be pillars of the community. Like that. Look at that. That's an amazing community pillar. Where does that actually go? It doesn't work from here. Wait, how do you do that? What? I want to go to there. We're gonna do a speed time lapse here. Multiply the speed of this by 8, maybe 20 times. Future Joe, remove the audio track with your voice on this. This will be too slow for the audience. Cut this out until now. Huh. Okay, there seems to be another portal up here. Or another portal up here. Let's go ahead and take this back. Oh. Good, now we're on the roof. The perfect way to get anywhere in the Nether. As someone who did not bring obsidian, or think to steal it before Tango could, I should probably go back down and take the other portal. Time skip. Stop recording. Face camera back on. Green paint over here, so we can chroma key my shirt. I was recording. Dynamite! Also, that's the best name. I love it. Dynamite! Right. Why do you turn your face camera off for YouTube? Because YouTube Let's Plays are a different medium. They are time-shifted asynchronous artifacts. And as such, the face camera is not a core part of their delivery. Yeah. A better question would be, why do I watermark my streams with my face? And the answer is because I don't want people just stealing my footage, claiming it's theirs. I want to go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hopefully that guy didn't actually shatter the bridge. I don't have Optifine. It's probably fine. Do I have soul sand? Yeah. I did have soul sand at one point. Let me make sure I didn't leave it in one of these chests over here, because then I would be really mad if I did. Somewhere I have soul sand. Somewhere I have boats, too. Doesn't help as much as you'd think. Okay. I want to be swimming in seas. Okay. Oh yeah, assume it's the only hermit who uses face cam. Is it getting late? A little. We've been streaming for 1 hour now. This is WTKS, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. No, that is not true. That is... Oh, I wonder if that's actually illegal to say that. Because I'm not broadcasting on a radio, so it's probably fine. But yeah, is pretending to be a radio station illegal? Is that an FCC violation? I need to find out. Okay, so where is the soul sand? I brought back some soul sand at one point from the nether. Or so I thought? Now, in fairness, this is still enough to get us started here. Let's get it started, let's get it started. Only being a radio station without a license. Okay. So, now that we've got that made, I guess we just throw a chicken in there? No, ideally we want to throw in some, like, listening melons. I need that. So, somewhere, at some point, I feel like I picked up one melon. Which I have not replanted. Oh, I have one carrot. Brilliant. I actually do need to go plant that carrot before I eat it by accident. Making golden carrot potions would also be smart. I'm really wondering. Those melons. So here's what we're gonna do though. We're gonna plant. Beetle's still online. So this is the real benefit of being in the same chunks as B-dubs and Doc all the time. That's not it. This part here where you can just plant stuff. And then it'll just grow when you wander off. Thanks a bush. Literally all of these bushes would be the death of me. Yeah, we'll do golden carrot potions, I guess. Although, really, the health potion... Oh, I do have a ghast tier. Using a ghast tier to make regen potions is on brand for the first aid kit. Yeah, oh, sorry, the green screen fell. Yeah, chroma key's my shirt. See? Why do I have a glass in my offhand? Because chroma key's my shirt? I literally just said that. Wow, look at my face. I shouldn't actually chew this. This is a nice tank top. And that's not really, healthy. Don't eat polyester. It isn't really good. It doesn't have nutrition like proper vegetable food. It isn't high in protein like cattle or them lambs. It isn't quite as healthy as the bacon from those hams. That says something. Kids don't eat polyester tank tops. Children don't fill up on plastic shirts. Don't eat polyester tank tops. You might as well be healthier just trying to eat dirt. No, I don't want the wheat to go straight in there. No, Space Dorito, no chewing on headphones. No. Okay. Oh my gosh, somebody said I should paint my underarm hair green. I'm clearly not going to do that, but I could bleach it and dye it green, and... That's a thing. I'm on the fence about this one. This is... Yeah, I know hair grows. I'm gonna have to keep bleaching the roots. That's actually the only reason I'm not going to do this, is because I'm too lazy to keep up with it properly. This is why we can't have nice armor. Because these stupid bushes. Okay, so I mean, I do have a St. Patrick's Day live stream coming up, so this is not, like, the worst idea. I look like Zordon from Power Rangers, except with hair. Squad goals. Why don't we... Yeah, you know, Thorn's armor. Somebody write a letter to Mojang that Thorn's armor should be resistant to damage from bushes. No, I'm not going to use colored hairspray on my underarm hair. I'm either going to bleach it and dye it properly, or I'm not going to do it at all. Because that colored hairspray is going to be an adjutant. Not like in the military sense, but like in the sense that it would be agitating. Well, bleach is only agitating while it's on there. But then you rinse it off. I'm worried about that stuff not rinsing off properly. Like those powder spray things. Also, I'm sensitive to particulate matter in the air, so I don't like anything that's aerosolized. Yeah, I have standards. You know, you ask anybody who knows me about my standards, you know what they say? They say, he had me fooled. What is that? Is that just a chest that I've buried a bunch of berries in? No, it's legitimate equipment. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? There's the gas tier I was looking for. I was like, I have a gas tier somewhere. I should use it. I have 5 arrows. Gosh. I'm not using hair chalks on my armpits. What do you need all the berries for if you have chicken for food? Oh, I messed up. I was going to show you what the berries were for. Also, let's make sure we have our donation thing open here so we can see if any donations come in. Cool. None. Okay. So. We want those. We don't want these. And then that will turn into bone meals. It's not a perfect system. It's the system we have. So, this thing doesn't go very quickly, but it works. New Jersey Coffee Junkie is not in charge of my body. Who does she think she is? A state legislature? Yeah, I think Yergi's right. You gotta do you. Yeah, Anna, people are suggesting I should bleach and dye my armpit hair green. Well, actually, they suggested I paint it green, and I said if I was going to do it, I would do it right by bleaching and dyeing it. So really, the bleaching and dyeing it was my suggestion because their suggestion was garbage. But my suggestions, if it was going to be done, is the way to do it. Yeah, I'm not going to have any armor left, you guys. I should have made these rows wider. Take your armor off. It'll kill you, but you'll still have armor. Thank you. That's the point of armor, is to outlive you, of course. Yeah, this is a lot harder than harvesting the wheat fields I planted diagonally back in the day. Oh, yep, there go the trousers. Yeah, I don't use antiperspirant, but that's one of the reasons that I rinse off, like, partway through the day. Damn, there go my helmet. Yeah, anytime you're, like, throwing aluminum particles on your body, you gotta kind of ask yourself, like, is this really in my best interests? I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing, is you lose your trousers, your berries can be exposed, so... This is actually going relatively quickly here. Okay. Slabs on plants. Yeah, if I put slabs on the berries, they won't look like a vineyard. See, this is a proper farm. There's a big difference between shaving for comfort and shaving to try to impress people, too. It's like, people can figure out that you're probably going to grow hair. Like, most people do. So, it's not like you're fooling anybody. Okay. Nope, it's seawater. Salted, but it's not tears or sweat. Yeah, somebody says, you know, Joe, do you know this person? Probably not. And somebody's like, yeah, Nashville's a big city. It's funny because there's a lady named Lisa Lynn Allen who gave a talk in Nashville. And I attended the talk, and I live tweeted it. And she tweeted me later and was like, I told my kids I was going to Nashville for this conference, and they were like, are you going to get to meet Joe Hills? And she's like, no, why would I meet Joe Hills just because I'm in Nashville? But apparently he was in my talk tweeting everything I said the whole time. And I'm like, yeah, do you want me to sign something for your kids? And she was like, no, I'm already at the airport. But like, I feel bad about that, because it's like, I could have totally signed something for her kids. And that would have been cool. But yeah. Lisa Lynn Allen's kids, your mom is cool. It's too late for you to be awake watching this, because I think they're from the East Coast, but... Yeah, it's just... So it's one of those things like, yes, Nashville is a huge city, but sometimes I legitimately am in the same room as people. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so all we really needed to do there was to get the ghast tier. All of the other stuff was just extra bone meal for later. I do want to check to see... Oh, speaking of bone meal, I actually do want to bone meal that carrot and start replanting it. Actually. Yeah, so let's go grab some of the bone meal from our bone meal thing here. Okay, that's still full. Why did I put wheat in there? That was a mistake. Yeah, if any hermit is going to attend a talk on computational science and its applications, it's Joe Hills. So we're going to grab 29 of these. And do we remember which one was the carrot? I think it was that one. Yeah, carrot. So now we have 3 carrots. Carrot! And we'll take the rest of these back to make potions with. No, my arrow! Retrieve. Retrieve. I lost it. Dang it. Gabrielle Rogers writes, how long do you plan on making the stream? Well, the truth is, the only water in the jungle is the river. So, now that we got these awkward potions here, we're going to throw in a ghast tier. Okay. Yay, potions of regeneration. I think we want to throw redstone in those, though. Okay, there we go. Potions of regeneration. It's okay, legit name. You don't have to have a good drawing of everybody. Your drawing of me can be bad. So, blaze rod for potions, extra beds. Oh, extra beds is a tough one. Okay. We need to legitimately make more barrels. We just don't have enough barrels, is where we're at right now. Okay. What is this? Cartography table? Okay, yeah, we'll get one of those too. I can go right here. I don't know what to do with this. So here is a used treasure map. Can I... It's just a different map of the same region. How big can I make this very treasure map? Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna just only use incredibly impractical buried treasure maps for all of my uses. Okay, so if we actually broadly head south here. Yeah, don't let people tell you to shave things you don't want to shave. You just do whatever you want. That was my point. Can I say hi to B-Dubs? I said hello to him earlier. Ishlik says, guys, I have a new favorite streamer called Joe. Well, welcome, Ishlik. I am indeed called Joe. Call me Joe Hales. Hold on. Wiki source Moby Dick. Didn't spell that right, but I feel like it'll get it. Yeah, the one by Herman Melville. Okay, yes. Call me Joe Hales. Some years ago, never mind how long precisely, having little or no money in my purse and nothing particular to interest me on shore, I thought I would sail about a little and see the watery part of the world. It is a way I have of driving off the spleen and regulating the circulation. Whenever I find myself growing grim about the mouth, whenever it is a damp, drizzly November in my soul, whenever I find myself involuntarily pausing before coffin warehouses and bringing up the rear of every funeral I meet, and especially whenever my hypos get such an upper hand to me that it requires a strong moral principle to prevent me from deliberately stepping into the street and methodically knocking people's hats off, then I account it high time to get to sea as soon as I can. This is my substitute for pistol and a ball. With a philosophical flourish, Cato throws himself upon his sword. I quietly take to the ship. There's nothing surprising in this. If they but knew it, almost all men in their degree, sometime or another, cherish very nearly the same feelings toward the ocean with me. There now is your insular city of the Manhattoes, belted round by wharves as Indian Isles by coral reefs. Commerce surrounds it with her surf. Right and left streets take you waterward. Its extreme downtown is the Battery, where that noble mole is washed by waves and cooled by breezes, which a few hours previous were out of sight of land. Look at the crowds of water gazers there. Circumambulate the city of a dreamy Sabbath afternoon. Go from Corlear's Hook to Coanty's Slip, and from thence by Whitehall northward. What do you see? Posted like silent sentinels all around the town stand thousands upon thousands of mortal men fixed in ocean reveries. Some leaning against the spiles, some seated upon the pierheads, some looking over the bulwarks of ships from China, some high aloft in the rigging, as if striving to get a still better seaward peep. How far north am I of this stupid chest? This is a gigantic map, and I am apparently way out. Okay. Real quick, thank you to True the Returns for $2, who says if you could visit anywhere in the world, where? Well, I'm excited. I'm actually planning my first trip to Europe for later this year. This fall, I'm hoping to visit Ireland. So, if I could be there tomorrow, that would be fun, but, sometime. Let's see. So if I go this way, that's definitely bringing me off course. How far away from this am I? Am I heading south at least? Facing west. Wait. Facing south. No wonder. That might have been a part of it, people. I wasn't actually properly facing south. Let's get back to our ship and try facing south in the ship. I do play Dungeons and Dragons. Come to Dallas, Texas, Joe. All my ex's parents live in Texas. That's why I hang my hat in Tennessee. No, I'm not Australian. I understand why you would think that from my accent. Okay, so where did I actually leave the boat? That's going to be next problem. Oh, there it is. For anyone who is interested in that novel I was reading earlier, the actual first line is, "Call me Ishmael," and I'm going to go ahead and link that in the YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer chats here. Okay. So if I understand correctly, this is actually south. Okay, so now I'm lined up on the one axis. I just need to head south long enough, and I'll end up where the chest is. Okay. Why is this so far south? I'm going to have a really hard time getting back to my base. So the problem is, too, I don't know how I don't know how to get back to my base from here, and I don't know how I'm going to do a hydration break. I should probably... Glass panes don't work well in boats because your arms don't work. And I've got a map I need to look at. How far south can we go? Okay, this was clearly a mistake. There's not going to be anywhere safe for me to log out. There's not... Okay, wait. I think did the circle get bigger on the map? Because I'm getting closer? How far north of this thing can I be? Did I just go in the wrong direction for hours? See, I'm going to stumble onto, like, Grian's base and accidentally, like, expose some gigantic secret spoiler if I'm not careful. Okay. But, like, guys, look at how far I've gone. I should use the mini HUD. The mini HUD doesn't tell me the direction I'm going in, though. I was using that other one to make sure I was still heading south, because before I thought I was heading south and I wasn't. All my exes live. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare when I log in for the stream tomorrow, and I'm going to be all the way out in Pearl here. Maybe I broke the treasure map in the cartography table. Yeah, maybe. It could be a bug. But how will we know if we don't relentlessly chase it? Boats I should have brought with me include literally that boat. That was the boat I should have brought with me. Okay, wait. We can at least make a new boating table. The odds of somebody else already having found the treasure are at least low. So that part's nice. What time is it? Treasure time. Make sure we're still heading south. We are. Keep coming back. Oh yes, I keep coming back. I keep coming back all goo goo. Though I've been through the ringer and I've been drip dried. I say I'm a mess, but I say it with pride when I look at you and say, this map's driving me so crazy. It's driving me crazy. Somebody says if you tried relogging, why would that actually make a difference? If it does, I'm gonna... Nope, it did not. I'm still in the boat, too. Okay. Hey, Jevin Raiders, welcome. We are currently in the process of chasing a treasure map on the server that apparently is thousands of blocks away. I'm really worried we're gonna hit the world border at negative 3,000 south before we find this treasure. On the plus side, the odds of any other hermit having found this treasure are exceptionally low. Like, so low. Yeah, we zoomed the map to 4. I put the map in a cartography table and kept expanding it outward. Every map always shows top north, and we are going due south. Oh, look, there's a little bit of blue there. Guys, we are within range of this map. Finally. Oh no, this is just going to take me to the place where... Oh no, it's going to be the dug up one. Wait. Am I about to be so disappointed? Oh, and B-Dubs isn't on the server to log in. Oh no. Is this treasure going to be worth it? We'll find out. But I think this is just going to take me to the place where I was before. Oh. Scar gave up on sleeping. Corrales has left the game. Whoa, thank you, Raiders, for 180 folks popping in all at once. Okay, so here's what we're about to have. We're about to have a bunch of those things that come from the sky killing us. Yeah, this is where I tried to register the map was already found. See, those 2 torches show exactly where I cross-referenced, like, this. Like, hey, if this took me somewhere, it would be here, and it didn't. So there's that. Let's go ahead and see if we can mine this out such that we can actually stand under that. Okay, things we have are phantom problems, no armor, literally a drowned standing right there already. We went on a multi-thousand block journey for nothing. I appreciate the advice to go sleep at Ren's. Okay. Did we bring anything remotely useful? We have bottles of water, extra boats. Okay. Let's... Here's what we can do, is if we get some cobblestone, we can at least make a furnace to turn some of these extra logs into usable fuel. So, yeah, this is a poor investment of time and effort by me, Joe Hills. No, it was a Silk Touch pickaxe. The only pickaxe we have is Silk Touch. So I guess I can make a wooden pickaxe at this point. That's how far we have fallen, y'all. I can make a wooden pickaxe. And then gather 8 stone to cook torches. This was... I was like, oh, this map should take me somewhere nearby. Not way out in Pearl. And that's where we are. That's where we are. Okay, so we're going to drop those so we can pick up... Do we get 8? 10. Okay, cool, cool. Now we have a furnace. Gonna use that pickaxe in the furnace to cook some of these logs. Oh, I actually need the sticks. Put the planks in there. Scar's back. He's like, Joe, did you sleep yet? No, I did not. That's not... Sleep was never an option. Okay. So ideally, I was going to say, I probably need to get rid of some of the sandstone here. Scar went to bed. Okay, so that... Thanks, Scar. So can we make 100% certain that there's no way that I somehow overlooked where the treasure chest was here? Because it would be really great if I somehow screwed this up and just didn't find the treasure chest the first time. But I really think there's just no treasure chest here. Somebody dug it up already. Okay. Well, at least we can journey home safely now. So we need to head north. That's this way. Forever. Okay. When is Joe? Frequently. That's the answer. How is Joe? I'm well. Okay, so we learned something interesting about these treasure maps, and it's that they're frustrating and mostly garbage. Now, part of me is like, I want to go fill in the rest of this map just so I can hang it on my wall, but I need to do a live stream tomorrow in 26 hours, which is arguably the day after tomorrow. I'm doing the first leg of the Hermitcraft live stream, which is like 2 a.m. my time, Saturday night. Friday into Saturday. So we need to get back to my base so that we can record that. Okay, so it looks like we can probably navigate around that there, here. Josiah Varencap asks, what's your opinion on the resurgence of streamed Minecraft tournaments? I don't know what those are, so I have no opinion. Or if I do, my opinion's probably wrong. Okay. So we are just gonna... So, Raiders, before you got here, I was reading the entire first chapter of Moby Dick while I... aloud while I paddled this boat, because apparently I was going that far, which is insane, and we are not going to do that again. Okay. So here's the sideways ship. And then... So I traveled partially over land on the way here, because I didn't want to go around that. That is a bit of a spoiler, Margaret Westover. Dang it. Okay, so there's the goat sculpture. Did I just get turned around really bad the first time? Because this was way faster coming back than it was getting out there. I must have gone the wrong direction for like 15 minutes. Wow. Okay, so anyway, we're back here at my actual base. And it is getting too late for me to keep recording. But I will show any of the raiders who are like, I've never seen a Joe Hills video before. What are you working on this season? My neighbors that way, to the south, are Doc M and B-Dubs. I am working on controlling the mouth of the Hermitcraft Sea with this choke point here, which I'm calling the Strait of Gibraltar. And right now, my temporary base is in this ship down here. But more interestingly, I have been working on setting up a vineyard. And my plan is... Now, keep in mind, this is also why I have no armor, because these stupid vines keep eating my armor. My plan is to build a wine manufacturing mansion type place up on top of one of these hills here. Now, I'm kind of clearing this out. I've been removing a bunch of trees, but I think that these fields look pretty good. The fields in the actual map I'm basing this off of, which is the Wizard of Wines vineyard from Curse of Strahd, they have a full square mile of vines, and I'm not going to plant 640 acres of berries in Minecraft. But we do have a good start. Now, the house itself is going to go in this clearing, kind of. As I need to level this and bring it closer down here to the level of the berries. But, yeah. This is going to be good. Anyway. So, that is a big part of what we are doing this season. I should add fences in the vineyard to break it up a little. Maybe. I don't know. We'll think about it. I think just the diagonal crops really do a lot already. So, guys, I'm banning people who are spamming. So, stop spamming. Anyway, let's see. Will there be a Davian Matrikov, who is, of course, the patriarch of the family that owns the Wizards of Wine vineyard? I've thought about how to do that efficiently, and armor stands is probably my best bet. Now, one thing I'm doing with all these berries is I am feeding them into a compost machine so I can get bone meal. And I'm probably going to use those bones for some of my builds. I really like the way the bones look in this game. So, what else were we going to do? Yeah, so does anybody who is new here on the Twitch raid have any questions for me real quick? I do appreciate all of you guys coming out, and Jevin for the raid itself, of course. Okay. What spoilers can you show us? None of them. So, anyway, I've been recording and streaming for about 2 hours now. I have a full-time job, and I need to get there tomorrow morning pretty early. So, I am going to go ahead and raid New Jersey Coffee Junkie, who I have known for several years. She playtests and demos games at conventions and is really cool. She is streaming Minecraft now, working on a saucer on my Patreon server. So go ahead and say, howdy y'all, Joe Hills right here. I'm sure she'll really enjoy it. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.